Hey, sports fans, welcome to another jam-packed edition of Daddy Yeah Nite.
Another one.
Yeah, every single week, 7:30. Glad to see you guys here. Big Shaun Kramarz, Wheelz with a Z. Man, last week we saw the return of Mikey every night. Ari Samson was too much to handle, but man, was it good to see Mikey again.
I'm sure it was for you. You hold the pocket of Mikey every night like a dog on a leash.
Just stop.
Get to the other matches.
Isis Effects was in town. Isis Effects got a huge W over Jan. Syracuse proud, he says. Isis has made a big impact so far.
He sure has. Lived up to every word he has said so far.
And we saw Slade and Gage send messages to each other by literally running through Shaun Ross and Flex Whitney.
Sure did. Made short work of both of them.
So with those messages being sent, we're rolling into this week, and folks, that is our main event. Part 3 of Slade and Gage. This is going to be a violent encounter.
I can't wait. This is what wrestling is all about.
Absolutely, and we've got big debuts too. A Killer Kowalski trained guy with Japanese experience. Brute VanSlyke is in the house tonight. Whew. Man, that's a hoss for sure. But that's not it. There's a lot of international flair this week. We've got the Saiedo brothers making their Daddy Yeah debut, taking on our best and Jeremiah Richter and Anthony Musso.
The dark horse, Anthony Musso. Absolutely. They are flying across the world to come to Grapplers Anonymous training facility to get some.
That's the place to be, folks. Action starts right now.
What's up, Daddy Yeah Nation? This is the big man, Jeremiah Richter, and I got a deal for you. This nice Daddy Yeah t-shirt for only $20. Buy one today or take a size 14 boot to the face. Daddy Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Wheelz, that's with a Z with Daddy Yeah Productions with your pre-match interview. I'm here with the big guy, Jeremiah Richter. Jeremiah, you have a big match tonight, and it's two big obstacles, the Saiedo brothers. My question to you is, who's going to be backing you up? Who's your partner tonight?
We know, Wheelz, as you just said, this is one of the biggest challenges I've had so far in the Saiedo brothers. And you know what? The man I choose tonight, we've been on opposite sides of the ring before, and we've had some brutal battles. And that's going to be Anthony Musso. And I'll tell you what, after that match I saw with Matic last week, and the beating he gave and the beating he took, I can't think of anyone else that I want by my side.
いや、引き分けだったな。引き分けだったな。いや、思ったよりちょっと、もっと普通に勝てると思ったんだけどな。いいプロレスラーたくさんいるぜ。ああ、ちょっとまだまだだな。Hey, you know what? We will beat them up next time.
Hey, Saito brothers, I was just watching your match out there, and I gotta say,
Yes?
you look like some big tough guys.
Oh,
But you know, my partner wasn't here. If he was here, though, you guys may want to watch out. Just think about it. Maybe next time. I'll be seeing you guys.
なんだこいつ。Yeah, maybe he was afraid of us. That's right. Yeah. We are 一番. Number one. 一番.
All right, it's that time. Opening contest underway. And when we say international flair, that is no joke. All Japan Pro Wrestling's own Saiedo brothers are in the house here at Grapplers Anonymous. What a treat.
It sure is, and they are going to meet the best of the best from the Daddy Yeah roster, and that is the dark horse, Anthony Musso, and the big guy, Jeremiah Richter.
My goodness, Wheelz, you want to talk about toughness. Look at these Saiedo brothers in here awaiting their opponents, just beating each other's chests. That tells you all you need to know. But if anybody can handle the massive force that is the Saiedo brothers, it is no doubt the dominant force, Jeremiah Richter, the man here in Daddy Yeah Productions in recent months, staring down the barrel of Slade and not even caring a single bit, Wheelz.
Absolutely correct. He has Slade renting space
free of charge in that peanut brain of his.
All right, and here comes the self-professed best wrestler in Buffalo, New York, but a guy who's actually making a great case for that self-profession. The dark horse, Anthony Musso, the second half of Team Daddy Yeah here. And I'll tell you what, this is an impressive guy, no doubt about it.
Absolutely is, and had a mixed reaction coming down to the ring tonight.
Well, we saw a different side of Anthony Musso in his contest with Matic a couple of weeks ago. We saw that Anthony Musso can take a beating, and that's what a lot of people questioned with some of the underhanded tactics Musso used to partake in. But it's clear Musso's changed his attitude, and it's clear that Anthony Musso's sole focus here at Daddy Yeah Productions right now is to fight and to prove week in and week out that he is, in fact, the best wrestler in Buffalo, New York. And I'll tell you what, Wheels, I really dig this attitude change in Anthony Musso, and I think the Daddy Yeah faithful also do as well.
That is yet to be seen. I'll comment on it in a few weeks. You never know with a guy like Anthony Musso. He can quickly turn his back to his partner or to anybody that he finds himself in alliance with.
Yeah, we've seen it with that situation with Hayden Backlund, but right now, Anthony Musso is going to need every bit of help he can get from his partner, because what an opening contest. The big Saiedo brothers are here at Grapplers Anonymous. Man.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, massive. Look at these two gentlemen. They tower over these guys. But, you know, they're young in their careers coming out of All Japan Pro Wrestling. They traveled to the United States to try to get a better perspective on different styles of wrestling within the world of professional wrestling. And I'll tell you what, you could not have picked a better location to come and ply your craft than right here at Grapplers Anonymous. Because as we've said a million times on these shows, we train killers, and the Saiedo brothers are in for a lesson.
They are hunting tonight.
He's doing a great job of controlling Anthony Musso early in this contest, wrenching away on that arm. Musso unable to break free yet. Look at Musso, though, quick on the go-behind.
What do you think Musso is going to have to do to bring the pace down to his level and to get over on a guy like the Saiedo brothers?
Well, I mean, this is where it's at right now. You look at these two teams, there's a massive size difference between Musso and both members of the Saiedos here. In order to bring that down, he's going to have to take away that vertical base. He's going to have to work on that knee, which would be great preparation for him to hit that Buffalo Crab later in the contest as well. So he's just got to do what he does best and get into that technical side of things. But Saiedo's not giving him a chance to even do any of that yet in this contest.
No way. No room for error here.
Absolutely not. Look how tight that headlock is locked in. Over goes Musso. All the wind being sucked out of this man's lungs by that tight grip and that tight squeeze there.
Musso had something to say about that, though.
Look at the look in Anthony Musso's eye right now. He knows I'm in for a dogfight. That's what's running through his head right now. If he had any doubts, they've been quelled early in this contest. Musso knows things just got serious. Everybody calling for Richter here.
Yeah, they're calling him out.
The dominant force is in the ring, but I'll tell you what.
A size 14 across the face of that one half of the Saiedo brothers will bring down anybody. I can almost guarantee it, too.
Absolutely. Always a game changer when that boot gets involved, but something we got to watch in this contest right here. Jeremiah Richter is typically the bigger of the two individuals in every match that he gets into, but that is not the case here. He is equal in size to both of these Saiedo brothers, so that big size advantage Jeremiah Richter is used to exploiting is out the window. He's going to have to go into that Grapplers Anonymous bag of tricks and win with wrestling skill. He's not going to be able to overpower these guys.
Yeah, absolutely not. He does not have that advantage tonight. He is staring in the eyes on an even pace here, or on an even level, rather, with the Saiedos.
Yeah, to make matters worse, Wheels, like we've said before, you know darn well everything that's going on with Slade is stuck right in the back of the head of Jeremiah Richter. As you said earlier, Slade's rented a lot of space up there. That makes a situation like this really interesting for a guy like Jeremiah Richter. And it's really going to show the type of progress he's made if he can pull through this in a positive fashion.
Yeah, let's be honest. It's gonna affect every match that he has upcoming until he takes on Slade.
Look at that right there, man. The strength
big power
of the
and a cover.
Just two. It is not every day that you see Jeremiah get tossed down like that. Usually
like
he's running through his opponents, but yeah, just tossed to the mat like nothing by the clearly bigger Saiedo brother. Man, what an opening contest here on Daddy Yeah Nite. A challenge to see if the grapplers trained killers can compete internationally. And I'll tell you what, it's looking like they're able to thus far. The Saiedos aren't able to just run over these guys like they thought they would be able to.
Yeah, they were looking to make short work. I got a couple words with them backstage prior to the match, and all they kept doing to one another was chopping each other in the chest and said they were going to dominate.
Yeah, and we saw that before the contest as well. Look at this. Zero reaction from the Saiedo as Richter just chops away at this man in the corner here.
They do that for fun, for pre-match warm-up, man.
Oh, but they don't chop as hard as Anthony Musso, that's for sure. There's an effect on that one. You can see the look of pain in the Saiedo brothers' eye right now.
Musso chopping down one half of the Saiedo brothers to size.
There is nobody locally, possibly even across this country,
Quick
that
pin.
chops as hard as Anthony Musso. Enough to get a 2 count off. It's just simply chop action from Anthony Musso.
Yeah, look how red his chest is already.
Yeah, he's taking a beating himself. But here's Musso doing what he does best.
The technician.
When he gets his opponent down, joint manipulation is key, and Anthony Musso is going right to work right now. Wheels, this is the opportunity that the Buffalo Boys needed to get ahead in this contest. They've got him grounded. Now let's see if they can keep this going, keep that separation, cut the ring off, and do what they have to do to get ahead in this contest. They need it big time.
They sure do, and there is no room for error when you talk about two guys of this size and experience.
Unfortunately, it looks like that window of opportunity may have closed. Tag has been made. Anthony Musso lost it and let it slip through his hands.
Yeah, well, he's getting double teamed here. Ref has to grab a hold of the situation.
Hard into the buckle went Musso, and then crunch in stereo. Double shots for Musso. Off the ropes he comes. Man, that's a lot of shoulder.
That's something I like, the little rule breaking, huh?
That's your
Pin.
favorite thing. I mean, we already know the character that you possess. You show that every week on these shows. That's why I think such as the AWC exists.
Oh, here we go.
They get
Don't give
tired
them no
of
airtime.
horrible broadcast journalism and all of these
Awful.
things. Oh, man, look at that clubbing blow right to the chest of Musso. See the look of reaction. The eyes nearly popped out of his head. Just watch these strikes by the Saiedos when they throw them. There is nothing but fury behind them. These guys hit harder, way harder than advertised. Musso and Richter are finding out right now.
The Saiedo's just dominating at this point.
Absolutely. But you got to give it up. Musso and Richter are staying in this contest despite
Being
struggling
dominated.
to get an upper hand.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to agree with you, but that's what we're seeing right now. Oh,
Back.
caught that sleeper out of nowhere. Musso cannot get any separation whatsoever.
Now, see, Saiedos are saying we are wrestling our type of match. We're not getting involved in a dogfight with you two.
No, absolutely not.
Look at
And
back to the
again,
head. Yeah, back to the sleeper headlock here, and you know this is something. This is a pace that looks to be quite familiar.
Yeah, this is the kind of contest Musso likes to wrestle with his opponents. There it is, a side suplex, maybe on the last reserve ditch effort.
Creating separation
Inches
for a
from a
tag.
tag.
Yep.
Oh, this would be done. This might be a dumb move right here.
That's what I mean. Turning his back to his partner, not tagging in. I don't know if it's a wise move.
Oh,
Here we
small
go.
package,
Small
here we go.
package.
Could have cost him big. That's no, just 2.
Lucky he only got the 2.
Oh, and his head got taken off for his troubles afterwards.
Look at Richter in the corner there, chomping at the bit to get back in there. Well, you got to wonder why Musso did not tag out of there. Is it his ego that got in the way or what?
Small package, just good for 2. But, man, you're just seeing right there after that clothesline, just a huge mistake. For sure, a huge mistake by Anthony Musso. But one more opportunity with another side suplex. You've got to admire the tenacity.
And
Oh, wait,
ignores
what's he
the
doing?
tagging. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Richter tagging himself, and not sure Musso wanted that, but it's the right move for sure.
Sure is. Musso was getting squashed in the corner there. He's lucky he got tagged out.
All right, let's see what Richter, get the power of Richter right there. My goodness, I'm sorry to stutter my words there, but
Hitting the
unbelievable
rope.
power.
Big time leg drop.
Only good for 2.
We've seen that leg drop executed by many other wrestlers and put them away. Saiedos are not going down in that column.
Absolutely not. They come tough when they come from All Japan Pro Wrestling, that's for sure. Man, we are proud to have these guys in our gym. Even prouder to see our guys putting up this fight right now. Only 2, but Richter, he's got the Saiedo brothers right where he wants them. This is the turning point in the contest. They've got to stay on this right now. Size 14 directly between the breastbone. Into the corner, hard goes to Saiedo. Here comes Richter. Whoa, nobody home.
Empty pool.
Look at these palm strikes. My goodness, look at the speed on this. Jeremiah Richter is just getting pummeled.
His chest is being rippled up, man. It's going to look like beef or meatloaf here
Look
after.
at that ground beef that's about to go in some Taco Tuesday tacos. My goodness.
But today is Thursday.
Absolutely, but the Saiedos are getting ready for next week.
Ooh.
And that's the exclamation point for sure. Man, look at Richter's chest. Watch these strikes.
That was big time.
And again. On the bottom, though, Richter in a ton of trouble. It's amazing how things can change on the quick of the dime, or right on a dime here in Daddy Yeah Productions.
That was a big time suplex by a guy who's damn near 7 foot.
Yeah, for sure.
What goes up must come down, and that was Richter coming down real hard in the center of that mat.
For sure. Extra reverb on that come down, for sure.
You gotta wonder if referee guy is scared to pull the Saiedos out of the ring here.
Wouldn't you be?
I mean, wearing that striped shirt, we've already heard and established. Mikey Every Night said you have to have respect for that referee.
Well, the Saiedo brothers are coming from a whole nother place. They don't know what Mikey Every Night said, and besides, even if they did, they're still novices as far as the English language goes and have a long way to go. You have to understand that they probably don't understand most of what's happening in these rings right now. And that's very dangerous for everybody involved. Because when they're told to stop, they don't know that that's what they're being told. And as a referee, you just got to question getting involved in a situation.
Here we
guys
go.
understand what you're doing.
Here we go again.
Got him locked and set up here. Oh, but Musso getting in the way of what could have been a death blow. Here, watch out. Oh, no. Combination Russian leg sweep with a big boots. Got Richter down and out.
An elbow, 4 exclamation.
Big splash afterwards.
Big time splash.
But Anthony Musso.
That's what I'm talking about.
Save.
This is getting out of control, and out of control fast too.
Guy will get it back under control, but one's got to wonder, how much do Richter and Musso have left in the tank? As we said, this contest for the most part has been all Saiedos from start to finish.
This match is starting to look like a scene from Roadhouse.
Oh, look at Richter's chest.
Body's getting flown and thrown everywhere.
Oh, there it is. Big black hole slam from Richter out of nowhere. Just what he needed.
Big desperation, black hole slam. He's not even looking to pin him because you just need to create some separation.
You don't see a lot of people toss around a Saiedo brother like this either. Maybe the first time they've been hit that hard since coming to the United States. Jeremiah Richter, the guy to do it. But I'll tell you what, the drama is in the ring right now. One Saiedo brother just inches away from his partner. But Jeremiah Richter got a lot more room to go. Can he make it? Both teams taking their time here. There's the tag from the Saiedo. Oh, and here comes Anthony Musso. Musso coming in like a ball of fire. Knows that's what he's got to do right now. Big knife edge chop.
Laying him in.
And again with a shot. Oh no.
No effect.
Tell you what, the Saiedos eat shots like this.
Yeah, it's scary when you see a guy charge up like that.
There it is, that signature forearm. Wait a minute, going for that Falcon Arrow. Got him up. What an impressive feat of strength from Anthony Musso. The size of that Saiedo head bouncing off the mat. No.
Big time kick out.
Wheelz, that's the damnedest thing. Did you think that you'd see Anthony Musso lift up and drop a Saiedo in that sort of fashion?
No way in hell.
Unbelievable stuff. Grapplers, trains, killers. And now this is a whole new contest right now. Richter off the ropes. Shot and down into the spine buster. Teamwork starting to develop here.
Sure is. I was wondering about this tag team too.
Big save there both by the second Saiedo, but this game has completely changed. It is the Grapplers guys' match to lose right now. They have completely changed their fortunes here. Now we got a dogfight ensuing right now. Referee guy losing control.
Oh, he calls for the bell. I was wondering if this was going to end up happening. This has just been a breakdown match here.
Wheelz, this is
Who got
madness.
the better of them? I don't even know.
Buffalo versus All Japan right now, and I'll tell you what, Those are fighting words. Jeremiah Richter hammering away. To the outside goes the other Saiedo. No contest here as decided by the referee Guy.
Look at this.
Throwing meat hooks on the outside. Look, Cody Love, Steve Gage, Ari Samson.
We got the roster. We got all the roster coming in to stop this.
Let them fight. It's Thursday night. That's what we do. Let them fight. Man.
Oh.
Cody Love just ate it.
Stay tuned. We still got Slade and Steve Gage.
And
part
the debut
3.
of Brute VanSlyke. Big night of Daddy Yeah Nite. Don't leave that seat.
Come on down to Carbone's Pizza for the best wings in town, like these crispy garlic parm, or these delicious country sweet, or the heavenly honey mustard, the flavorful Cajun, or the original hot sauce that'll have you telling your friends. Oh, and let's not forget their savory barbecue wings. Koobs Mania loves barbecue wings.
Get the hell out of here, Koobs! Yeah, did you hear there's more flavor?
Really?
Yeah, you work it, you didn't know?
Well, you know, sometimes.
And don't forget to try our new flavor wings, lemon pepper and Jamaican jerk, you jerks! And tell them that the business sent you. So now, snap it to a chicken wing! Daddy yeah! Guys, where are you? Guys? Hello?
Alright, listen. You're a big guy. I've been having big problems with Ari Samson. I don't know what I can do to get rid of him, but it seems like you're the best option right now. I got everything we agreed on. Everything right here, so. All that to get rid of Ari Samson tonight. What are you doing? Get out of here. What are you doing?
The thing that makes Grapplers Anonymous so special is it's a great team environment. I come here and I'm able to deal with people from all different walks of life, people who necessarily wouldn't be friends in normal life, but it's everybody who has one common bond and one common goal to be able to be great professional wrestlers. And I think that's what this gym provides. We have a culture here of hard work and a culture of inspiring each other and a culture of supporting each other, to where when you come here you can instantly feel that. If you're a new guy coming into the gym, I feel like you can feel the brotherhood, you can feel the team environment right when you walk in. And then if you are make the decision to stay and keep training, you eventually get integrated into that, and then the team just keeps building and growing with all different kinds of people from all different walks of life. I think that's really what makes this gym special.
Get your Daddy Yeah t-shirt today, or I will come to your house and I will make with your sister.
All right, here comes Ari Samson.
Mr. Mediocre.
No.
Yes,
No.
Mr. Mediocre.
Mr. Mediocre
making his way down to
was
the ring.
victorious in the main event last week against Mikey Every Night, as he has been quite a bit recently.
Yeah,
Mediocre is the last thing that you can describe Ari Samson with.
I heard
Ari Samson on a fast rise. I don't have time to hear what you're saying right now. It's Ari Samson's time, and this is maybe the biggest opportunity of this young man's career.
You were saying Mikey Every Night lost a step.
That's not what I said at all.
Yeah,
I said Ari Samson.
After the mic, look at this guy.
That's enough. We got to talk about Brute Van Slyke.
Of
My
course.
goodness, Killer Kowalski trained. I'll tell you what, going across this country as Hired Gun Inc., just literally destroying people with that massive lariat. Stan Hansen endorsed lariat. Not many people get the endorsement from the man Stan Hansen on a lariat. Brute Van Slyke is one of those men. And I'll tell you what.
You talking about Hired Gun.
A Hired Gun for sure.
You
Look
see
at
what
the
happened.
size of this guy.
You see what happened before this match took place here.
Yeah, we won't get into that right
Koobs
now.
Mania is sick and tired of Mr. Mediocre, as I am too.
Well, why doesn't he do something about it? Why doesn't he step in the ring? Ari Samson would fight anybody at any time. What's Koobs' problem? Why isn't Koobs man enough to get in the ring and handle this the way we do here?
Sometimes you don't have to when you got money like Koobs has.
Yeah, and this has created an interesting situation for young Ari Samson. I mean, a deck of cards that really nobody wants to be dealt. Look across
Look at
the ring.
size.
Yeah, massive size difference here. Brute Van Slyke is a straight-up world-traveled beast. Ari Samson's never fought anybody like this.
Well, that's the sound of the bell, and that means let's go here. Ho ho.
I'll tell you what, not only is Brute Van Slyke a beast, Brute Van Slyke's got an engine the size of a semi that can keep going and going and going. Ari Samson's got to be real careful here and just really pick his spots. So big, says Brute Van Slyke, and that is an understatement. Look at the size of this monstrosity. When you couple that with training by Killer Kowalski, and this is a package that, I tell you what.
A guy who trained Triple H.
That's the guy who trained Triple H and many other of the greatest wrestlers in the history of this business. Brute Van Slyke being one of them. Ari Samson, like I said, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but man, he's got to pick his spots. And he's doing just that, trying to use that speed, that stick and move. That's the only way Samson's got a shot here.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't agree with you much, but that's exactly what he has to do tonight to get a W over him.
Having a surprising, never mind, I talked way too. Look at the strength tossed into the corner by Brute Van Slyke.
Oh, no.
Impact. Getting out of the way, though. Sticking and moving, Ari Samson doing all he can. Look at this power of Brute Van Slyke, and down.
Effortless. That was just an effortless throw and catch by Brute.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, the strength of Brute Van Slyke cannot be underestimated. I just want to show you this real quick. Watch how just effortlessly he caught Ari Samson. That is nuts for a man to be that strong.
A grown man being caught like that, like a football.
Yeah, Ari Samson looks small in this contest, but he's more than an average-sized human being.
He sure
Bigger
is.
than a lot of individuals in this world today. But he looks like a straight-up child in there with a guy like Brute Van Slyke.
Oh, no effect. Wow. Frying pan-sized hands going across the chest of Mr. Mediocre.
Ari's just got to get out of the way because these oh my, that's enough to stop anybody from making a statement. My goodness, Wheels.
Sent him to his knees.
Absolutely. Ari's got to stick and move. Every time he takes a shot at Brute Van Slyke, it just makes the man angrier at this point. Well, at this point, it looks like my man Koobs might be getting his money worth out of Hired Gun Inc. here.
It sure does.
It doesn't change the fact that Koobs is the most
Koobs,
It's Koobs.
not Cubes.
It's Koobs. Get it right.
I did, and I know.
The only man banned from every Marriott across this globe, not just in the United States.
Yeah, right. He gets presidential suites.
Yeah, right. All right.
Right at the very top. Just like,
my goodness.
Just like where he is on the Daddy Yeah roster, at the very top.
Wheels, that backbreaker, so abrupt. Did you see the angle at which Ari was slammed into the knee of Brute Van Slyke there?
Yeah, I did, and I'm starting to think. I think it might be wise that Mr. Mediocre just throws in the white flag here.
First of all,
right?
enough.
That's what I'm saying.
You froze. You're calling the man Mr. Mediocre.
Damn right.
You don't have the cojones to get in there with a guy like Brute Van Slyke. So until you have those cojones, you should really leave that kind of stuff behind. Because Ari Samson's twice the man you've ever been or ever will be. Clearly right here. Oh no! Like a freight train, there is nothing poor Ari could do.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
That's a great quote from the boys over at Jackass, and it rings true. And we're seeing that here tonight. Ari Samson definitely lives up to that. Man, you see that impact?
Running into a brick freaking wall.
And Genesis Gaming and Hobby Replay illustrating the sheer force that is Brute VanSlyke.
You might as well just put every move here on replay because he is dominating.
He's got a hold of Ari Samson's kidney right here. Those frying pan hands also can squeeze quite a bit. He's going to rip the man's kidney out of his body.
Either that or start gnawing on a rib.
You get a premature kidney failure caused by squeezing. I don't think a kidney's meant to be squeezed with that sort of force.
Absolutely not.
What's Ari Samson got to do right now? What can he do to get
run.
out of this predicament?
Run! What do you mean? What does he got to do? He's got to run. Get out of there.
Is that even an option at this point?
Yes.
You can't even get separation.
Right here. Turn your back to him and get the hell out of there.
Ari Samson's not going to do that. Oh, no, wait a minute. Ari on the go behind. Drop kick right on the button.
Like you said, though.
Oh, wait a minute. Watch for it. Big splash caught Brute VanSlyke. Brute's wobbled.
He's stumbling, yeah.
There it is. Take the knee out.
Bring him down to size, Ari says.
There you go, Ari off the ropes. Got him with a shining wizard right between the eyes. Upset. Here we go. That's it to cover the count. No. No.
Lifting the tree trunk leg up there took some effort.
Man, I thought for sure Ari Samson was just about to shock the world. Watch this impact on that shining wizard.
It's no shock to me that Brute kicked right out of it.
Barely enough for a 2 count, though. Brute VanSlyke still with tons of gas in the tank, and that spells trouble for Samson, who says bring it on. Ari not going to back down. You got to admire the moxie of this kid, don't you, Wheels?
Sure.
Oh, no.
Clawing him. He's got the claw out.
Right on top of the head.
This is great. Wow.
I have never seen a claw slam like that before. Crash and burn. That's it. It's academic.
Good night.
No, Ari Samson still got life.
What in the hell is this man thinking kicking out?
He's thinking he's still got an opportunity, and he's a grappler's trained guy, so he's not going to quit. Just watch this again.
Look at Brute VanSlyke here telling him, kid, just stay down.
You know, what's unbelievable to me about this contest is the sheer amount of high-impact highlights we've seen in such a short period of time for Brute VanSlyke.
Look at the man's size.
All right, Ari Samson off the ropes. Lariato! That's it. That is it.
Oh, man. I hope a medic is nearby.
Yeah. This is it.
There he is, life.
Oh, come on.
And lifting up Ari Samson is Brute VanSlyke, and he is not done putting out the punishment that he wants.
Watch this massive lariat from Brute VanSlyke. All that weight tossed right into it. Man, Ari Samson crumbled. He's going for a tip right now from Koobs.
He held up his hand and put like money. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
We know what this means.
Tribute to the late, great Brody Lee.
Yeah.
Bam! Oh, man.
Almost through the damn ring.
You can see shockwaves go through Ari Samson's body as he went off the mat.
Oh,
and again, all right, now this is just getting ridiculous.
He's having fun.
Just end the match. This is over. You won 5 minutes ago.
You know how a cat finds a mouse in the wild and likes to play with it before he kills it?
What does that have to do with any of this?
This is what he likes to do. He likes to toy with his opponent and beat him senseless until he is ready to call it quits.
Yeah, this is a place for athletic competition. There is no room for this sort of garbage here at Grapplers Anonymous.
No, there is. And I'm loving it, and I'm sure the fans are loving it too.
Maybe not, great. But Ari Samson is dead to the world, and what has VanSlyke got planned now? Up to that second rope. Ari Samson not moving a single bit.
I might have slipped a couple of 20s into that big stack of money that Koobs had. I wouldn't be
surprised when you've been running away from him. Tribute to Big Van Vader. This is going to hurt. Crunch. My God.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Ari Samson has been smushed.
He is lifeless.
Knocked into next week, maybe next month.
Pulling him up yet again.
Still not enough.
Third time. Maybe the third time's a charm for him. One more. Yes, one more.
Our official really ought to consider just stopping this contest right now. Ari Samson has not replied at all. Checking on him right now. That is by far the right decision. Your winner by knockout, Brute VanSlyke. My goodness.
Talk about dominant fashion, too.
Oh, here comes the biggest piece of trash in Daddy Yeah Productions.
There he is. There is
The most
Koobs.
punchable face in the world of professional wrestling.
Koobs Mania is running wild tonight.
Hopefully he made payment to Brute VanSlyke.
Oh, you've seen the payment. You know, cash only, baby.
I guess a deal's a deal. This is ridiculous.
There it is. The deal is done.
I'll tell you what, I hope this is the last time we see something like this here, because this isn't what we're built on. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait until Ari Samson is awake from this mess and has his way with Koobs.
What's Koobs saying here? Oh.
Disrespect.
I love it.
That's all that comes out of the mouth, of this punk.
Oh.
A punk. He's a straight up punk, Wheelz. I'm just going to say
Well, do something. If you got the brass, go and do something about it. You talking all that
I don't
trash.
have to do something about it. Ari Samson's going to wake up. There is going to be another day. This is not over.
And we still got a main event. It's up next.
Stay tuned.
Hey guys, I am Wheelz, that's with a Z, and I am here with the big guy, Jeremiah Richter, with a sit-down interview for you folks. What's going on, Jeremiah?
How you doing, Wheelz? Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, I wanted to bring you and sit down with you and talk about this big match you have coming up in the near future. You have a chain match. You challenge Slade to any stipulation match that he wanted, and he chose a chain match. But before we get into that, I want to rewind the hands of time and talk about where this hatred started between you and Slade.
You know, Wheelz, I wish I could give you a clear answer on that. We had a tag team match. Seemed like we were both on the same page. There was a little miscommunication at the end. And then Slade made the biggest mistake of his life when he decided to attack me after that match. Ever since then, we have been at odds with each other.
Yeah, the violence between you both is just off the charts. And there was a particular time in the previous Daddy Yeah Nite episode where he's playing his mind games like always, and he grabbed you. And then later on in that episode, we see you two in the middle of the alley of who knows where in South Buffalo.
That's right, and I'll tell you what, I didn't come alone. I brought that crowbar, and we had at it in that alley. But you know what? That doesn't matter. I want to settle my differences with him in the ring where everyone can see it.
In a big-time match, too. In a chain match. Have you ever been in a chain match?
I have not. And you know what? I really don't know what to expect. So in getting ready for this, I just have to expect the unexpected. I have to go in there knowing that this could very well be my last match ever. This is a chain match with one of the most dangerous men in Daddy Yeah, in Slade. So I got to be ready for anything.
I have to agree with you. He is one of the dangerous men in Daddy Yeah Productions today. But, you know, a chain match is big time. But to up the ante even more, if you beat Slade, he will no longer wrestle at Daddy Yeah Productions. Now, that's a tough task. And you got a ton of people in the locker room looking up to you and just, I would imagine, cheering him on so there's no more mind games and psychological games that he is playing at Daddy Yeah Productions.
Honestly, that's a lot of pressure, Wheelz, because as you said, he's after everyone in that locker room. So I've got a big responsibility on my shoulders, and I have a lot of people counting on me. But as I said, I'm going in there, and I'm giving it my all. And by the end of that match, Slade will no longer be in Daddy Yeah Productions.
Wow. I can't wait for the match, and I'm sure the fans can't wait either. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you, fans, for tuning in to Daddy Yeah Nite. I'm Wheelz with a Z. This is the big guy, Jeremiah Richter.
Thanks, Wheelz.
Steven, you got a match tonight, right? I'm gonna be there. Just you and me.
What do you mean?
Yeah. You got a match. I'll be out there, rah, system, all that stuff.
No. It's me and Slade, and you're staying back here.
Well, no, I'll finish my stuff, but like I said, I will be there for you this time. I'm there.
No,
100%.
No, not tonight.
No.
This is my big night. You're staying back here, okay?
Well, it's like, I get it. It's like when your girlfriend tells you, like, no, you don't have to, but deep down, she really just wants you to do it. So it's,
Listen. Cut the bullshit. You are staying back here tonight. You aren't coming out with me tonight. Got it?
Loud and clear, bud. Good luck. Go get him, champ. I believe in you. Just like everybody else. Steve Gage! Loud and clear.
So listen up, folks. If you're caught in a sticky situation, or simply you want somebody to be the syrup to your pancake, I got a $20 solution right here for you. Daddy Yeah.
All right, fans, it is time for that Dolce Panepinto main event, and it's a dandy this week. Here comes the most intimidating man Daddy Yeah Productions has to offer, the man with the chain, the man you want to avoid at all costs. Folks, this is Slade.
And his chain does hang low there, folks.
That is something we've confirmed week after week. Not only does it hang low, it finds itself around folks' necks way more than it should. But this week is going to be interesting. This is a big challenge for Slade, as he's got to take on Steve Gage, a guy that has been on a hell of a roll here at Daddy Yeah Productions, and a guy that has a personal situation brewing with Slade right now. With everything that's been going on between Slade and Jeremiah Richter, let's not forget that things between Gage and Slade have also become extremely personal in this short period.
It sure
Steve
has.
Gage is coming to collect tonight. That's what he said. That's what he expects to do. Is Slade ready for what's coming his way right now, Wheels?
Oh, cut it out. Yes, he is. He has been waiting and chomping at the bit to get his hands back on Steve Gage.
Well, speaking of Steve Gage, here he comes right now, and like I said, maybe the fastest rising star we've got here at Daddy Yeah Productions right now. This guy is mowing down the competition in impressive fashion, week after week after week.
Three-peat.
Yeah,
you know why he's been having success, right there, Kramarz? Because that dead weight of his was hasn't been showing up and being by his side. That's why, obviously.
I don't know that you're right there, and I tell you what, I still hope in my heart of hearts that whatever is going on with Waz and Steve Gage can be figured out. Because some of my favorite memories here at Daddy Yeah Productions definitely involve the Unbookables. And it's just not something I can fathom right now to think that we may be seeing the permanent end to that Unbookables union. Those guys have been inseparable for so many years. But as it is with relationships, people change and people grow apart. And I'm really concerned that that's where that relationship is right now. But that is the last thing on Stephen Gage's mind right now. That bell has sounded. Dolce Panepinto main event is underway. Stare down time, ladies and gentlemen.
Waz rather work and push a broom than be there for his partner when he needs it.
Yeah, Waz is in the building tonight, and
we've seen that.
Curious by his absence at ringside tonight, but Steve Gage would rather it that way, wants to do things on his own. He's made that very clear recently, and he is showing no fear right now, going right at it with Slade in the center of the ring.
Well, if you were paying attention, he did make it very clear to Waz and back. He said, stay back here. I don't need you out there.
And that's been his sentiment over recent weeks. He
Absolutely.
Said it tonight. But it's just been a trend with Steve Gage. We've seen such a massive growth in Steve Gage that it can't be ignored. A guy like Slade is ignoring it, though, and Steve Gage is going to make him pay. What a shot, almost sending the man down. Gage hitting with some fury. Ducking under. Oh, big knee right to the midsection. Gage got him down to a knee. Off the ropes. Big forearm shot. Slade knocked early in this contest. Here we go. Cover. No, just one.
Yeah, of course that's not going to take him down, but it was wise for him to pin him for Slade to exert some of that energy.
When's the last time you saw Slade leave his feet this early in a contest?
I don't recall it, honestly.
There you go. You're seeing it again. It happened tonight. here on Daddy Yeah Nite. Steve Gage off to an incredible start in this contest.
These two know each other very well, and you gotta understand, Steve Gage has been doing his homework and looking over the footage that he has had against Slade when he took him on 2 different matches already, and it's the 3rd match. He's well known. He knows this man very well.
Man, that uppercut just took the head off of Slade. Slade could be out on his feet right here. But like you said, Wheels, this is the 3rd installment of Gage and Slade. And I'll tell you what, you go back to that second contest, Steve Gage was absolutely on the verge of putting that thing away. Nobody in recent memory has taken Slade that far to the limit. And it got to the point where Slade pulled that chain out because even he was questioning if he had what he needed to get through the contest.
Oh, over the top.
Steve
Yeah,
Gage
absolutely.
depositing the trash on the floor.
And I'm going to tell him that you said that too. And if he's listening, he probably already heard you, so I don't have to tell him. But anyways, that's just obvious.
How's he listening? He's in the ring fighting Steve Gage right now. That was the dumbest thing you said
It's
all day.
on tape, you fool. You can go back and watch all of our stuff if you go over to Daddy Yeah Productions on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We archive all of our footage.
That we do, but this thing just got real interesting. Slade may have knocked himself out on the edge of that post. Oh, Gage with a double axe handle. Down goes Slade. Wheels, you made a good point. Our archives are available anywhere where you can stream video via social media. We recommend you go get deep in that library and catch up on anything you may have missed from the best wrestling show on Thursday nights, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. The action is here, and it's the place you want to be.
It sure is.
Steve Gage really controlling Slade at this point, but that jawbreaker is maybe just what Slade needed to turn the tide.
I'm very surprised by this.
Wait a minute! Oh my! Did you see that? I can't think of anybody that suplexed Slade in recent memory, but Steve Gage does it with ease. How impressive!
He is feeling it. Oh, what do we got here?
Oh, Waz has come out. He's feeling the energy given off by Steve Gage right now, too.
He's pumped up. Look at him.
Steve Gage not liking this. You saw earlier, like you said, Wheels, Steve Gage didn't want any help, but what's Waz doing out here right now?
Look at him. He's cheerleading his buddy.
Oh, man. Gage has a hold of Waz by the shirt right now. This doesn't look like a happy exchange.
Yeah, friends don't do that to one another, do
Gage
they?
needs to pay attention. Gage has no idea what's happening behind him right now.
Here we go. This is great.
This is not good. This is not good at all. Watch out, Steve! Oh, no! Big boot right to the mouth.
Knocked out cold, too. Turning around, size 16 boot in the face. That's got to be it.
Yeah, definitely may have checked into Camp Chipatooth or maybe swallowed a molar or two. This is not what Steve Gage needed to happen. Waz knows what happened right now, trying to do some damage control on the outside, but it might be too late. Slade is up, and Slade's got that gunshot going. It means the end is near. Let's see if Steve Gage can stay alive.
Club and blow to the back. This is exactly what Slade needed at the point of this match here.
And what an unfortunate set of circumstances for Steve Gage. Man, big brain buster. Rattling the skull of Steve Gage. Here we go, the cover, the count could be enough. No, just 2. Still just 2 some way.
Some way, somehow, he's finding it in him to still compete against Slade.
Yeah, that's that fighting spirit that Steve Gage possesses and will never leave his body. Doesn't matter what you do to him, the man's going to get up and try to still fight. But is it wise? Man, what a shot from Slade. Down in a heap. Once again goes Steve Gage.
Well, this is everything. Steve Gage wanted this match more than anybody because he was not happy with whatever had happened that last match, whether it was a disqualification or a count out or draw, whatever you have it. He wanted to take Slade out in the center of that ring via pin or submission.
Yeah, for sure. And there's only 2 things Gage remembers about that contest. The progress he made during it and that chain ending up around his neck at the end. That's what got us here today. Man, look at that look. What a crazed bastard that man is.
Easy, boy.
I don't know. Steve Gage right now is maybe in the worst shape he's been in this contest, but trying to fight like a dog out of the corner. Not enough. Nothing doing.
Getting chopped back down.
And Slade, everything that Slade throws hits twice as hard as anyone else. just simply because of the size and force that is behind them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch this.
It may not be that fast, but I will tell you, the power makes up for the speed of every move that Slade throws.
Yeah, Steve Gage getting nearly pressed to that back post by Slade there. Now he's got him up. And down with authority. Extra zip on that slam. All right, off the ropes he goes.
Elbow to the center of the chest of Steve
Absolutely.
Gage.
All that extra weight coming down is enough to make a man skip a heartbeat. No doubt about it. Waz trying to get some energy into this audience to support Steve Gage. I don't know if that's what Gage wants right now. Waz might want to get out of Dodge. But watch out. Steve Gage not going to quit.
Right on the button, though. Landing his
Shots
shots.
from Slade on the back end. Fighting off for everything he's got right now is Gage. Only so much you can do with a guy like that staring you down. Up and down. Huge impact. Is this that's gotta be? This is it.
Laws of gravity there,
No.
kids.
Laws of gravity don't apply when you've got heart. Only two. Steve Gage gets that shoulder up, lives to fight another day here.
You hear Steve Gage there. Get out of here, Waz. He is definitely a bad luck omen here.
Insane impact seen on that Genesis Gaming and Hobby replay. But Steve Gage miraculously still in this thing. Oh no! Oh no!
Referee Guy getting sandwiched in between the turnbuckle.
Man, that's a flatbread. That's not a sandwich. Look at Steve Gage with the power. And down with the Samoan drop.
Oh.
But nothing doing. Guy's been crunched in the corner and turned into a flatbed salami sandwich. I don't understand. And Steve Gage realizes what's going on right now. Watch this again. The power of Steve Gage.
Oh no, look at Gage looking to cheat. That's probably why he wanted Waz out of
Gage
here.
looking for a bit of revenge right now, which he deserves based on the way things have
Oh,
gone.
of course you would say, yeah, he deserves. So you fully support somebody cheating their way to a victory.
No, that's not
yeah,
what I'm
okay.
saying at all. But Waz doesn't
Hypocrite.
support this at all. Waz up trying to talk Steve Gage out of doing this.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, look at this. Waz is not going to let this happen.
Yeah, Waz don't want to see his boy win.
No. Oh, no.
What a wise move by Slade, catching the cheater in his act.
Wait a second. Got him set. On his way to eternal darkness. Straight to the grave. That's it.
Good night, Steve Gage.
3 count and the victory for Slade. Wheels. This loss solely rests on Waz, doesn't it?
Now, of course, you're going to blame somebody, right?
You saw what I saw. You saw what I saw.
Hey,
Man.
Gage was going to lose either way. He uses that
Wait a
chain,
second.
he gets DQ'd. It's time for Richter to play the sinner's game.
Yeah, Slade clearly moving on and right back to Richter. But the story we got to watch right now is Steve Gage is not going to react well to this. If you're looking at the way this contest went, Gage
Waz costed him.
Gage once again took Slade to his limit, had Slade right where he wanted him. But twice in this contest, Waz got in the way and completely changed the pace and tide of the contest at both times. This last time leading to the 1-2-3 for Slade.
And that's all she wrote. And that's all she wrote on the card tonight, too. I am Wheels with a Z. That is Big Shaun Kramarz. Tune in next week, Thursday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for a new episode of Daddy Yeah Nite.
Richter, when you and I face, this chain will put you in your place.
I was doing fine without you.
better see you wearing this shirt, or you're gonna get hurt.